HalleluYah. Shalom, beautiful people, children of the Most High. It's so good to be here again today, right here in the moment. So I'm making this video, how to hear from the Most High, part 2. And I'm going to be very brief as I'm about to leave the library and prepare for the Shabbat. I just want to say, when we are dealing with hearing from the Most High, we know that step 1 is purifying ourselves. So we repent from our wicked ways, we turn from our sins, and we begin to do whatever is necessary to purify our temples. So part 2 today is about setting boundaries and being unapologetic about those boundaries. You have to understand what we are striving for. The kingdom of heaven is, again, not to be taken lightly. And you have to understand, people do not understand, those people who have not began the journey. They don't understand how precious the indwelling Ruach is. They don't understand how precious it is to have been called and chosen. So that is why you have to be unapologetic about setting those boundaries. So for example, because you know that eating pork is an abomination, and you tell someone that you do not allow pork to be eaten at your home, HalleluYah, and they come bringing pork to your house just because they're your sister, or y'all grew up all your life, or y'all friends and y'all so cool, they do not respect your boundaries and they do not love you. So this is how to hear from the Most High. You got to begin to know what his voice is, and his voice is one way comes through the word that is forever settled in heaven. So this is very, very, very serious, because if you are a babe in the walk, you cannot handle, if you're going away from smoking weed or from sex and these type of things, you cannot handle your homies coming around talking about who they slept with last night, or if you around your girlfriend, you can't handle them playing the latest Rihanna track, who we know every track that she sings makes you think about sex. So with all of that being said, you hear from the Most High when you begin to understand how serious it is to set those boundaries. And this is why the laws, statutes and commandments are very important of the Most High, because these boundaries that he set for us are to not only protect us, but to ensure that we will be blessed and remain blessed. So don't take it lightly where you are in life, and you still love people when they don't respect your boundaries. Why? Because you really hope and pray that they get it together one day. Yet until then, you have to make your calling and election sure. The word tells us, it says, my sheep hear my voice, and to a stranger they will not go, they will not follow. So back to how to hear from the Most High. We hear from him as we remain pure, and we only remain pure, HalleluYah, by respecting the boundaries that he set and setting them on our own. You gotta understand, people in your life, they don't know what your boundaries are unless you tell them. So I'm here with my beautiful family at the library, and the sister, she doesn't smoke or drink. And so with that being said, I told her, gave her an example of setting boundaries. Because you don't smoke or drink, I wouldn't bring beer, or if I did drink or smoke, I wouldn't bring any of that around you. Why? Because I respect your boundaries. So you got to understand what the Most High's boundaries are. We know the 10 Commandments. We know those, but there's other boundaries that he has set as well. So you got to begin to dig into that word, and even beyond that, to continue to have a lively relationship with him, because he will set boundaries that are particular to your walk. Because what one man can handle, the next man cannot. So you have to be very wise in this season that we are going higher, because you better believe it. Us children of the Most High, we are being promoted, but we will continuously be tested. Why? Because you must know that you can handle what's coming next. The Most High already know everything. He doesn't test us to figure out if we can handle it or not. No, he knows everything. We are tested so we can know what areas of our life we need to grow in. Hallelujah. So continue to walk in the path of peace, because as we commit our works to the Most High, he establishes our thoughts, and it gets no better than that, as I said in the last video. So keep your eyes and your eyes on the prize, hallelujah, and keep your heart on righteousness, and continuously, hallelujah, seek higher ground. Continuously remain anchored, because there's going to be people who claim to love you and act like they love you, but they are really there to test your limits and your boundaries. So be unapologetic and do not break, period. No matter how much people say they love you, if they do not respect your boundaries, they do not love you. And that's fine. You can still bless them and you can move forward. So this is a lovely day. You all, you stay in great expectation. I wanted to put up a meditation track for the Shabbat, but someone, a few people didn't really respect my boundaries, and that's okay, because now the boundary is set and it's on them to decide whether or not they want to continue to love. Because that's how you gotta know. Okay, you don't want to respect my boundaries. You don't want to be in this connection, and we can move forward. How can two walk together except they be agreed? Set those boundaries, and as they are rooted in the Word, as you continue to abide by those boundaries, your own self, you will reach higher ground. All praises to the Most High. Only the greatest things are coming, and right now, greater is He in us than He in the world, and it gets no better than that. Hallelujah. Shalom.